No, they didn't they didn't want to know what happened. You see, they didn't want to know what happened. They didn't want to know what was going on. You see, they didn't want to know. You see, you trying to figure out like, you keep getting shit repeated to you. You see, you trying to figure out like, well, why you keep saying this to me? You see, what's wrong with my lips? You see, what's wrong with my teeth? Why you keep saying these things to me? What do I supposed to know? How come you just won't open your mouth and say what I'm supposed to know? You see, what you want me to say? You want me to say something so I can get another whooping? You want me to say something? You see? Now see, let me share something with the people or the listeners that's listening to this shit. People call this shit trauma. You see, they calling it trauma, but they can't see it's called healing. You see, this right here won't affect you. You see, I was given a book the day I was born. You see, all my life I just said I'm trying to live. I'm trying to learn how the people learn. I always say this. Every video I probably been saying it. You see, I'm trying to be ambidextrous because maybe it's just my right hand that keeps shaking. If I learn how to use my left hand, maybe it won't shake when I write. You see, how come I can't write something or write some lyrics and all of a sudden I can recall it? You see, why do I got to think about doing it right or getting hit? Why do I think about that shit at this age? You see? Or why do we still creep up like the people Satan do? You see? Why do we creep up like that? Like the people say. Ain't that what it is? You see, I was chosen. You see, I was chosen. I was chosen to go through these bodies. I don't know what it means when the other people talk about chosen. I don't know what that shit mean. Only thing I know is that all my life I just been looking for somebody that can hear a motherfucker. Am I the only one out here? Am I the only being out here that went through an experience like this? You see, I remember I had this one, she was a Caucasian young lady, and she was talking to me about herself. And I got afraid of her. I was afraid of this young lady, you see, because I thought it was the Christian's devil. They came into this woman and tried to mock me. You see, I didn't know that young lady was genuine. I met her, I think, again, 30 years later. No, 20-something years. It was something like that, you see. And I met at the airport. You see, I was coming home from North Carolina. And you see, because I used to work at the airport. I was coming home and she was getting off the plane. And I was, fucking with security, It wasn't TSA then, it was Global Aviation. You see, before it turned into TSA. This is before the Trade Center shit. But here's the weird thing. Right when she came through, it was my break. And I saw her. Well, I saw her and, I was monitoring the screen and I was just looking and staring at her. She stared at me and I was just staring at her. And I said, hey, check this out. Come here, man. Hey, man, it's my break time, man. Get this spot right here, man. Get this spot. And he said, go ahead, man. And so right before she went through the detectives and shit, man, she saw me and she stopped. Well, after she done picked up her shit from the little trays and shit, and she just looked up her head. She saw me staring at her, and we would just start staring at each other. And I just opened my arms, and she just ran straight to me, gave me the biggest motherfucking hug. She said, "You on your break?" I said, "Yeah." She said, I've been trying to talk to you for years. I couldn't find you. I said, "I know, because I hear myself, and I don't want to talk to you no more." I said, but I can't stop this. You know, then we start laughing and shit. I mean, and let me tell you, this is a Caucasian woman. You see, we shared things about our life, and it was similar. You see, it was similar. And it was like, how did I feel this thing with this woman that's not supposed to be of me? How did I feel this shit? And since that time, ain't no other motherfucker came up to me and asked me or felt me or talked to me but that Caucasian woman. You see? And then you read on the news, her husband, her child got hit by a semi. You see? And all of them passed. You see? And you just like, why is it everything that's good come to me? And it's forbidden though. Everything that's good that come to me is forbidden. You see, it's forbidden. You see? It's forbidden. Everything that's good come to me is forbidden. To this day, you will have people out here in the world. They'll talk about, we just want you to do better. If you want me to do better, it wouldn't be a lot of people alive right now, because the only type of better I know is the stench that United States of America put inside of me. You see? So what are you talking about doing better? You see? I'm that motherfucker in the Bible that says he's a man of war. You see what I'm saying? You know, I can feel that shit. I mean, hey, listen. Only thing I got to do is lift up my hands and put on the armor. You see? And have them just drop all that shit down on me and I'm ready to go. You see, what I got to lose? What I got to lose? You see? If I walk away, I'm walking away because I'm not mature enough to handle the situation. Not because I'm a motherfucking deadbeat. Dead. If I walk away, I'm trying to prevent myself from going to the goddamn penitentiary. You see? I know what they do. I know what you're doing. I can see this nigga. You see? He feel comfortable coming over to my house while I'm still living there and I'm at work. He feel comfortable. You see? What am I supposed to do? Why are all these things marked for me? You see? I'm choosing them. I'm choosing these products in my life. And then when you consume them, drink its ingredients, all these other things, it's like a potion. Whoever this person is, they'll show you through their actions or their attractions. Their attractions will come directly towards you, you see, and want to join you in your development with your newborn. You see what I'm saying? And you don't know none of these motherfuckers. You're supposed to be the head or some shit like that. You see? And who are all these motherfuckers? You see, you don't know these people, but you can't tell your seed this shit. She'll cut your motherfucking throat. You see? Because some type of rabbit person raised her. And she has the last name. So what am I supposed to do? You see? What am I supposed to do? The real Rock is still living. He just don't have no fiat currency. You see. So that's preventing everything. You see, that's preventing everything. Just stay here. You tell your oldest, stay here. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen, don't look on the surface. Listen, nigga. Listen, I'm nervous as a motherfucker, but listen to what I'm saying. You stay here. Stay here. And let me share this with you, man. Because listen. I know that you can see this motherfucking shit in me. But I can tell you 1,000% that the love that I have for you will transform into this real shit. Listen, just stay a little longer. That's all I'm asking you. Stay a little longer. Dad, I can't stay. You know, who you talking to on the phone? What you running for? And then you see yourself leaving California in 92, leaving them by themselves with their mama. You see, you seeing this shit. Everything is just opened up to you. Everything opened up to you. You see, you had to leave. You had to leave from the shit that you found out. You weren't even fucking with her. You already seen the shit that she do, or she was up into. You see, you was doing the shit with her. You see, you already know. You already know what's going on. You see, you already know. So you can't say too much about her. You see, you can't say too much about her, nigga. You doing the same motherfucking thing. Y'all came from the same motherfucking streets. You was raised in the same motherfucking streets of Oakland, nigga. That's what y'all do. The males and the females. The city of players. You see, that's what y'all do. You see? And then you fight with yourself. Say, nigga, I'm a city boy. I'm a Cincinnati boy. You saying this shit to you. I'm a Cincinnati boy and shit. You see? No. You're not no Cincinnati boy. You're not an Oakland boy. You're not a Kentucky boy. You're a motherfucking man that was raised by a motherfucking ghost. That's exactly what you are. You see? You're a man that was raised by ghosts. You see? And you ride a motherfucking ox. You see? And shit, you think people can hear you? You think people hear and understand what you're talking about? You see, they pretend like they do. You know, they be reading shit like they do. I don't know what it is. And my whole thing is a settlement. You see, with the people that I was born to know. You see? And you know, it's a settlement right there. You see? 8 + 4 is 12. So what is that 8 and what is that square right there? How many 90s inside of that square? That circle right there. Is that a circle? That 360? You see? Should I call that 360 a square? You see? Am I going to put all you motherfuckers in a square? You see, then create a circumference within you motherfuckers. You see? But you can't get out because I got you all squared up psychologically. Is that what that 4 mean? You see, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. You see? You got people down here talking about Jesus. You see? Talking about Jesus. You see? They have no clue. They have no clue about the stripes and the pain. You see? And all these things that a person like that could have went through. You see, you think he gonna come through and he ain't gonna remember his pain? You think he ain't gonna see it in nobody? You don't think he gonna see his pain in nobody? You don't think that shit? You don't think it's easy for him to see the stench and all the illnesses and things that's all around these beings that's living, that's camouflaging themselves as money makers and entertainers and shit. You don't think he see all these bugs that's on side of them? What if they can see these bugs? Like a person like Osada can see. What if they can see all these things that's on the outside of them? You see, they don't know why they put wigs upon their hair, upon their heads, and make themselves up. You see, I've seen some of the most gorgeous brown-toned women in multiple shades with nothing on their face. And they just had on some moderate shit. It'll just blow your mind what you feel in your gut. You feel like you're supposed to be something to these women. But when they dress themselves up, nigga, are you tricking? You know, they want some tricks. You know, they tricking, you know. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. And you got guys that shit, I'm raised to be a trick. You see, everybody tricking. And so within the summertime, going into 25, you're going to have all these babies out here. All these people out here, they're supposed to be big time and got all this money. And they're going to be with all their children are going to be out this motherfucker. Listen, they're going to know, but see, the thing about it, they're going to know right from wrong. They're going to know this shit. They're going to know what not to do. You see. You see. I'm talking about babies. You're going to see babies out here. You see. And you're going to see these grown-ass men. You see, grown-ass men with these little bitty babies. But you're going to have justifications. In the Quran, you got justifications in the Bible. You see, you got these niggas right now. They got 10, 15 women and shit and say it's okay because the Bible say it. Is, you know, it's not okay in hell. It's not okay when you up on another motherfucker government. If you seen your king have 3 wives or 4 wives, that's cool. But nigga, you down below. You down below. You need to give a perfect example. You need to give a perfect example because those 2, that's the minimum. You see, but then up under that 2 is a male and is a male and a male and a female and a female, nigga. Right up under that 2, you see. Right up under that male and that female, you're going to see a male and a male and a female and a female. You see? Yeah. Yeah. See, you know, the perfect example is that one you came from. The perfect example is that one that shot you into that earth so you can be here, so you can see. You see? Can you imagine seeing you? And seeing the mother that birthed you, you see, you know, I don't give a fuck if she birthed 12 children. You see, the land was free. That means you just, you know, you open to do the harder work, motherfucker. You see, sound like you were more liberated back then when the hate was in abundance. That's what it sounded like. Shit, if women was having 12 kids and shit, they were secure somehow. What made them secure to have women like that? You see? Or just to have babies like that by one man. You see? Now you got a male and a female when then they talk about what the Bible say. You see where the motherfuckers was living when they had those children inside of the book. See where they was living. See what type of government they was up under when they was living. You see, how you gonna say David and all these other people had multiple wives and all this other type of shit? And these you talking about governors, landowners. You see, millions of employees, slaves, concubines everywhere. Nigga, take off those goddamn costumes. You see, I want to hear you say, fuck you. I want to hear you. I want to see your middle finger come up. You see, I want to see all the hate that you have for your brother. You see, I want to see it all. You see, I want to see you in these little groups and all this other type shit. I want to see you. I want to see what you look like. I want to see the hate that you have for your brother. You see, I want to see if you can go toe to toe with him. You see, this thief who took back his shit in the light, niggas. Not in no darkness. He took his shit back in the light. You see, here we come, walking down the street. It's the funniest love song you ever meet. A love song. You gonna meet a love song, nigga. You gonna meet a love song. Are you ready? Did you prepare yourself? You were supposed to prepare yourself psychologically. You were supposed to prepare yourself psychologically, niggas. You see, you ain't met nobody like the one that's about to introduce itself to you. You see, don't you know the thing that he done gave you was supposed to be given to you, and you were supposed to give him your skills on how to heal it. But it didn't work. You see, you making money. You a money maker. You see, so we gonna test your motherfucking hearts, nigga. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna test your heart. We're gonna put you on Front Street, right in front of everybody, and see how well you work, and see if you can handle these motherfucking things that you can't see. They're supposed to ride with each and every one of you motherfuckers. You see, you know. So when one of your women automatically flee to another motherfucker that she should have been with, don't get upset, let her go, nigga. You failed.